What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sales Accelerator. My name is Kelly Roach. I'm going to be your host over the next week, and I'm so excited to walk you through the What's Working Now with my companion, Danielle Ceballos. She's the president of Kelly Roach International. Big welcome to everyone. Hey, Danielle.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's up, everyone? So really quickly, comment in the chat, sell more. If you joined this session today because you're ready to rock your business, grow faster than ever before, remove all the friction in the market and become a category leader in your space, comment sell more. If you're in the right place, yes or yes. Okay. Are we all in the right place? We see you on Facebook. Thanks for being here with us. We see you on Zoom. Thanks for being here with us. We have an incredible couple days planned for you. And the one thing for you to know, and I'll have you all comment in the chat. Some of you have probably been following my work online for over 10 years. Comment old faithful if you have been one of my amazing companions on this incredible business building journey. But I also know we have some brand new friends that this might be the first ever time that you're joining one of our sessions. Comment first time. This is the very first live training that you have ever joined with our organization. We promise not to disappoint. So I'm going to let you know what my goal is for the week, which is the same goal I've had in every single live launch that I've ever delivered in my business. And it's how I became a category leader in my space, building one of the only 8-figure companies before building 5 others. And here's what my goal is for you over the next couple of weeks. We're going to deliver 3 sessions for you in the next couple of days. And my goal is that those 3 sessions that Danielle and I deliver for you are more valuable than the last 3 investments that you made in your business. Comment hell yeah in the chat if you are ready to get more value out of these next 3 sessions than you got from the last 3 things that you invested in. And I don't say that lightly. That's our mission. That's our vision and our goal. Our entire brand has been built on zero gatekeeping and giving more value for free than other people charge $10, $20, and $30,000 for. And that is what we're going to do for you here in these next couple sessions. So why are we here? We're here because the market has radically shifted. And we get to be your Sherpa, your guide on this journey, because it just so happens that I'm crazy enough that back in 2021, when my first company crossed over 8 figures, I decided that because I'm a business growth strategist, that is the blessing and the gift that God gave me as a talent. I said, you know what? I don't want to just have one business and one business model at one price point. I want to work in all different business models. I want to understand all different price points. I want to be able to really speak into what is working to entrepreneurs at all spaces of all walks of life, in all different industries, price points, business models. And so after we were on the Inc. 5000 list and we crossed over 8 figures and we helped hundreds of people build 6 through 8 figure businesses with the business advisory, I built 5 other companies. And what that's allowed us to do over the last couple of years between 2021 and 2025 is a whole lot of testing. And let me tell you, we got really good at failing fast at a lot of different things. Danielle and I have had a lot of rodeos together. We've had a lot of wins. And we've had a lot of losses. And why we're standing up here today is that finally, I'm going to call it 9 months ago, about 9 months ago, we landed on what I believe is the new business model for the new era of online business. And we've been doing this across my 6 companies since last summer. And we've been teaching this for about 9 months now. And the results that our clients are getting are actually mind-blowing. If you talk to anyone about what's been happening in the online space, what they've been seeing because of the market conditions, knowing that the market is contracting, we're in a trust recession, people are taking longer to make a buying decision. There's a lot of factors at play, which is why so many businesses have been struggling and trying to figure out how to make sales. But something inverse is happening with our own customers, which is that they're getting these just completely bonkers, insane results because of this new system that we developed. So this is me. If you don't know me, my name is Kelly Roach. I'm obsessed with helping people build 6 through 8 figure businesses. We've been featured in Forbes, on the Inc. 5000 list, on the NASDAQ building in New York, Times Square, multiple best-selling books, top 1% podcasts in the world. That's who we are. That's how we help people. But that's really not important. What's important is what you see on the screen here. So our obsession is helping everyday entrepreneurs, people like you, people like me, to build wildly successful business by eliminating the complexity and the friction and the stress that comes with growing a business online. And you can see we have people, this is just May 21st. We just closed 2,100 sales in our trust building offer. We see another win here. My team just generated 150,000 in licensing deals, explosive growth, killer week one update. Here's another client of ours, Julie. She said, I just launched my trust building offer yesterday to a list, to our list only, 100 buyers so far. Price goes up tomorrow. Joined VBS 2 weeks ago. It took me a week to wrap my head around the Dream 1000, got organized, and today $4,000. Bam. Okay. And it just goes on and on. We could spend the entire hour going through these slides that I have for you, just giving you an idea. Here's a $3,000 sale, within, I think, was it 2 days or 3 days of joining, Danielle?
It was 2.
2 days. Okay. And it just goes on and on and on. We launched our trust building offer this afternoon and we have our first 3 sales already. Now we have 462 in recurring revenue. Here's Nicole. She said, I 2X my investment in just a few weeks. Here we go with a $7,800 win. And there's hundreds and hundreds of these, right? So why do I share this with you? I share this with you because these are the conversations that we're having with our clients every single day, but we have to radically transform what we taught in order to help clients get these results. So anyone that knows me, for many, many, many years, I only taught high ticket and I only ran high ticket. We went straight to market, cold to close, teaching the live launch method for 7 years with a direct offer of $30,000. And in 2021, I saw the market starting to get a little shaky. In 2022, I saw a lot of fault lines showing up. In 2023, I started really raising the warning flag. In 2024, people started freaking out. In 2025, it's pandemonium. The good news is for us, because we were a larger company, we just so happened to see things and feel things first, which is why we use the opportunity to have 6 companies at different price points and different business models to test a whole bunch of different things and say, okay, how do we need to transform what we're doing so that we can communicate to you how you need to transform what you're doing so that we can all win together? Can you put that in the chat for me? Let's all win together. Comment in the chat, all win together, because no one's candle needs to be dimmed. Everyone here can make millions together. Everyone here can take their business to the top of their space. There is room for all of us. In fact, there are more people that want, need, and can afford to buy what any of us are offering than any of us could ever serve. Can I get an amen? It's the truth. Okay. So the old model was cold to close, go direct to market with high ticket, in the online space, because there was so much cash being injected for so many years from 2010 to about 2021. It was just a free for all, right? People were just investing in multiple high ticket products and they were investing in masterminds and courses. And sometimes they were working with 3 and 4 mentors at once. And everything has radically shifted. And so we have to transform. And the reason why so many businesses are struggling right now to make daily sales, which is what we're here to talk about, comment daily sales. That's why we are here. The reason why so many businesses are struggling right now is they simply just don't have the new model. That's it. So over the next couple of days, guess what we're going to do? We're going to teach you the new model and we're going to hold nothing back. And you are going to be able to start getting daily sales in your business based on going through our free trainings. If you decide that you're blown away by these free trainings and you want to come work with us in the virtual business school, that would be amazing. My heart would be so full. But I'm happy if you go through these trainings and you say, I'm just ready to start winning. Fantastic, because we know that one day you will be that client for life for us. So bottom line is, you have to transform your business model in order to be successful in this market. And that starts by understanding the difference between sales and marketing, which most people never had to learn, because from 2010 to 2021, it was really a marketing driven environment. No one really had to learn sales. So I'm going to let Danielle talk to you for a couple minutes about what the difference between sales and marketing is, how you have to get an understanding of those distinctions to set yourself up to make daily sales in your business. And then we are going to talk about the 3 pillars of your new business growth strategy that is going to set you up to make daily sales and scale your business in the back half of 2025. So Danielle, floor is yours.
Yeah, so like Kelly said, it is not an uncommon thing for the first thing for people to do when they feel like sales are slow or it's not as easy. The first thing people do is, I need more leads. I need to market more. I need to post more. I need to spend more on ads. It is the knee-jerk reaction of almost everyone to a person when there's even a little resistance in the sales process. And so what I want to talk about today is how where we were, where we are now, and how you can get on board with what's working, because the truth is you can still make consistent sales every single day. And Kelly and I were just talking about this. We are running multiple companies, there's all the things that come with that. And it's easy to forget, like, dang, we're like making sales every day all the time. And we have been for months.
Yeah.
And we just don't even think about it anymore. But realizing that so many people are struggling to even make one or two sales a month, and we figured out a system that sometimes they're big sales, sometimes they're little sales, sometimes they're in the middle sales, but every single day, a new sale or multiple sales are coming in, and it's totally possible. But the difference is for years, for those of you who are new to our world, Kelly shared a little bit about this, but we did the same launch 6 to 8 times per year for 4 years. I think we didn't change anything
Over
for
4 years.
4 years. 4 years.
Over 4 years.
So, okay, so over 4 years, same launch every 6 to 8 weeks. So let's say 6 to 8 launches per year. We taught the same things every single time. It was basically like a science. We knew we wanted this number of sales, we need to get this number of leads, we need this number of people to show up. We could predict within a handful of sales exactly what was happening based on our marketing. How many leads did we have? Fast forward to today, this is no longer the truth. And the reason it is no longer the truth, there's a few of those. Okay. Reason number one, we live in a world where we're post everyone buying everything all the time. And while that sounds like a good thing, what happened in 2020 and 2021 was, because everybody was home and everybody was selling, there were a lot of people who sold things and they didn't do a good job. And there were a lot of us who bought things that didn't get what we were looking for when we bought things. And so immediately we were like, oh, hang on. Well, I don't know if this is a good idea. So trust decrease. Then you look at what's going on in the world and nobody trusts anybody anywhere. And we literally are in what we've called for many, many months now, a trust recession, where even if you've got proof, even if you've got results, even if you're like the best of the best of the best, people are still like, I don't know if I believe it. So what has shifted is marketing. You could kind of sort of throw up a post. Your messaging could be okay. You got on a live, you said, enough of the right things. People would just hand over large chunks of money, like big chunks of money. Today, you can have 100 testimonials. You can do all the right execution in your launch or in your daily activities, and people are still like, I don't know, let me think about it. And it could be for like $100 offer. They're like, I'm not sure yet. And there's a collective lack of trust that keeps people from taking action. So how do you overcome that? Most people on the internet will say, well, just create more content, just put more stuff out there, use ChatGPT, automate everything, and create more. Unfortunately, that's a layer of trust that's being degraded, because people are like, is that even real? Is that even a real person? Am I going to talk to somebody real if I actually sign up for you? Everything being so automated is actually decreasing the level of trust people have in everything they buy. So we have a layer of just people bought stuff, it didn't go well, they're kind of mad about it. On top of it, everybody's automating everything. I literally was on the phone the other day trying to deal with this insurance thing, and they just kept sending me this automated thing in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, just give me a person. Like, I just wanted a person. It's actually hurting what we want to accomplish. All of this means people are like, you know what? Even when they have the money, I don't know if I want to give it to you. But the good news is, going back to some just old school basic relationship building strategies, you can win that trust back. You can win it back a lot quicker than you realize. And when you have the right product and know the person well enough to make the right recommendation, It's an easy yes. You don't have to twist arms. You don't have to. I can't stand all the people online who are like teaching you how to overcome every objection so that you get people in no matter what. If they don't buy on the call, then you lose the sale. That's what caused people to lack trust. That's what
Mhm.
caused people to not want to make purchases from people online. What we're saying is, hey, we have a system where we're going to teach you, you don't have to post 100 times a day. You don't have to live your life on the algorithm roller coaster. You have to be starting, maintaining, and moving conversations forward that are based on relationships. We are pushing no one into a sale. We are not teaching you how to overcome every objection because they're never getting off that phone until they buy. Who wants to sell like that? I don't want to buy like that, so I certainly don't want to sell like that. I like sleeping at night. I don't want to go to bed feeling like I just bullied someone into purchasing something that they really don't need or really don't want or really aren't ready for, no matter how slick my sales skills are. So, because people think that's what selling is, because they think I have to hammer it into somebody, I got to make them do it, I got to manipulate them, I got to use all these tactics to make their minds work so they want to buy, they don't want to learn selling. So they say, okay, I'll just post more, I'll just post more. And all they're doing is adding to the noise, and they're creating more, and they're burning themselves out. They're running on a hamster wheel, which I run our marketing agency. Let me tell you, that is a hamster wheel that leads nowhere, and it is exhausting because those things change. They change every single week. And so they keep raising their marketing stress and pressure. They spend more money on ads. And then all these people come into their world. If you're good at marketing, if you're not good at marketing, then you're really stressed and frustrated. But if you're
Mhm.
good at marketing, you get all these people in their world. And it used to be easy to sell to them. You sent them a couple of emails, you got them to a live, and they would buy from you. Now you get all these people in your world and they just sit on your email list and they stopped opening your emails and they're not coming to any of your live trainings. And the gap that we are hoping to fill for you in these next couple of sessions, and if you join us in the virtual business school, is that as they come into your world, you begin building real, honest, helpful relationships with them so they want to buy from you. And you don't have to talk them into anything they don't want, and you don't have to twist their arm. And you have a system for managing those relationships. So every day you wake up and you don't scratch your head thinking, what am I going to do today to make a sale? You have a system in place where you know exactly what you're going to do today to make a sale. And you know exactly who's ready to make a sale. And you're not desperate for Johnny, who said 3 weeks ago he was going to buy your offer and he hadn't paid yet. You're not desperate for him to do that because you have other people lined up, because you've been building relationships in a cycle and in a system that feels good for you and good for them. And so, what I want everybody to challenge themselves, and you could put it in the chat, I want to see it. We do not need more leads. Maybe there's a handful of you who need more leads. Most of you do not need more leads. Most of you have thousands of people on your social media. You might have a couple hundred to a couple thousand on your email list. You might have a Facebook group with some people in it. Many of you are sitting on thousands of relationships right now. You have to do zero more. Zero more. You're not doing anything with the people that have already raised their hand and said, I kind of like you, or I kind of like something you said, or I liked a resource you had. You're just like, oh, well, you didn't buy from me the first time you met me and didn't even know what I was talking about. And now I'm going to move on and go get more leads. Y'all, I want you to get off the roller coaster. And here's the thing, you need to get more leads. Everybody needs more leads, but you do not need to live like crazy pursuit of leads without having a system in place. When somebody comes into your world, what we are going to teach you and what all of our members inside the virtual business school know is the second someone raises their hand, the second they connect with you on LinkedIn, the second they follow you on Instagram, the second they get into your Facebook group, the second they opt into your email list, you have a system and a strategy that's human, that's helpful, and that actually shows up in a real way to build a relationship to make a sale. So can I get an amen? Does everyone want to sell that way? And does everybody want to be sold to that way? Give me an amen. Because here's the
Yes.
thing. We are exhausted. We are exhausted by the gurus who are telling you, you don't need to sell. Just put up this magical post, this magical post. I'll teach you my magical post for $97. And if you learn my magical post, you will get 1,000 clients because that's how it works. That, y'all, it's insane. It's insane. It's crazy. The truth is, there are no magic buttons. There's no shortcut. There are systems that have been proven over time. And they're the same systems that big corporations use. Now that we change, they've adapted. Obviously, social media is like the greatest gift we ever had, as much as I love to hate on it. It is free. Like, you don't have to get in your car and go knock on someone's door to sell them something. You can actually just like sit in your couch like I do, watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and you can be DMing people making sales in your house. So that is a gift, but the same principles apply. The same things apply. So Kelly, that's kind of your background.
Yeah.
I'll let you kind of take it from there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I've been waiting for this moment since 2012. So, those of you that don't know, my background is in building sales and sales management. For over a decade, I worked for the number one company in its category, multi-billion-dollar company, publicly traded on the stock market, Fortune 500 firm. I built a team from the ground up, from 0 to 100, and I was managing a $50 million portfolio. And my entire job was teaching, training, and coaching people on sales and sales management. And, most of my staff had, between 100 and 250 core leads that they were working at any given time. And what I taught them was a system for relationship management. So they always had people at the top, middle, and bottom of the funnel. And so it's really important to know a couple things about what we're here to teach you. And it's going to really give you a sense of relief. And I'm writing a book on this right now. And the first thing that I'll tell you is that after spending since 2012 teaching people how to build 6 through 8 figure companies using systems for sales and marketing, the number one reason why entrepreneurs are so burnt out and so exhausted is that they're spending 20, 30, 40 hours a week on activities that actually don't move the needle from a revenue generation perspective. I call this avoidance behavior. Is there anyone here that wants to admit that maybe they've been spending a lot of time in their business working really, really hard on things that aren't actually moving the needle from a revenue generation perspective? I want there to be a collective sigh of relief. Put collective sigh of relief in the chat if you are ready to release 20, 30, or 40 hours a week of things that you've been working on that actually aren't moving the needle from a revenue perspective. I actually just recorded a brand new training that I released in Virtual Business School today. Maybe we have a couple Virtual Business School members here tonight that watched it, really walking you through a time management system where you use exactly what we're teaching you here to implement the things that are going to get you real results on a daily basis. Now, notice that I said that I helped a team to do over $50 million in sale, and the average person had between 100 and 250 leads. I want to challenge you all that there is probably no one that is watching this video either live or on the replay that doesn't have at least 250 leads. Okay. You all have this opportunity to absolutely skyrocket, but this is the secret. So many people in the entrepreneurial world are spending all of their time and all of their energy obsessing over AI, obsessing over automations, obsessing over the newest tech tool, trying to chase down the algorithm, trying to get their evergreen funnel working, trying to get their ads to convert, when all they need to do is build a couple relationships. And that's what we're here to teach you. So this is a 3-part system that is going to become your new daily sales system. So write that down. It's a 3-part system, and there's 3 core components of it. And then once you get the 3 front end pieces working, then there is a back end system for moving people through your high ticket ecosystem. So the 3-part sales system has 3 core components, and it starts with your Dream 1000. Now, what we teach inside the Virtual Business School is a process where you connect, you qualify, and you tag. And that means that every person that comes into your world, whether it's on social media, your email list, they register for a masterclass, they submit a form to book a call, they attend one of your launches, any person that raises their hand in any way, shape, or form in your ecosystem, you're going to connect with them. You're going to qualify them, which means Do they want, need, and can afford your services? Are they the right avatar for your business? And then you're going to tag them. And what I mean by tag them is they are each going to go into a segment of your Dream 1000. Your Dream 1000 is a database. It is not an email list. Let me be very, very clear. This is not your email list. This is a list of people that want, need, and can afford your services. And for a lot of people, there's going to be a whole bunch of different segments of your Dream 1000. There's going to be a list of your active customers, your inactive customers. There's going to be a list of targets for each of your different products. If you run retreats or events, there's going to be a list for retreats or events. If you do VIP days, there's going to be a list for VIP days. If you have a mastermind, there's going to be a list for your mastermind. And the key thing is that you have these hundreds of people floating on the peripheral of your business right now that you've just never connected with, never qualified. You have no idea what their wants, their needs, their goals, their ambitions are. And all you need is a system. And to get the system started, all you need is a free Google Sheet. So that's how simple this process can be. We took my first company to 8 figures on Google Sheets and Excel spreadsheets. Okay. So the true story. Okay. So for all of you that are obsessed with the tech and you're always rebuilding funnels and you're always putting new things in place, you need to stop being distracted by avoidance behavior and start focusing on relationships. And if I could give you one message, I would say you do not need more leads. You need better relationship management. So the first step in your 3-part daily sales system is you are going to go and you are going to build your $100 million Rolodex, which is your Dream 1000. You're going to connect, you're going to qualify, and you're going to segment your top 1,000 leads. And guess what? Everyone starts from 0. So before I hear from any single person watching this training, like, what? I don't know where those leads are. I haven't been doing this at all. I don't know where to start. I'm starting from nothing. Everyone starts from 0. When we started this process, we never had to do this because we sold cold to close for years and years and years, a direct $30,000 offer. We got to skip over the whole relationship management piece because people were buying from ads. They're not doing that anymore. Okay. So the first thing is your Dream 1000. Your Dream 1000 is your insurance policy for your business, because once you have a Dream 1000 in place, you do not need to worry about what the algorithms are. You don't need to worry about if you get hacked and one of your social media accounts shuts down. You don't need to worry if your business model changes. You don't need to worry if your programs change. You don't need to worry about all the things that the vast majority of entrepreneurs spin their tail chasing in circles all day, every day. You get to opt out of that mess. Because when you build a Dream 1000, you are focusing on relationship management. And in your Dream 1000, you're going to have the email addresses and the phone numbers, and in some cases, even the physical addresses of the people that you're working to build relationships with. And what's amazing about this is everyone that joins VBS is like sweating. They're so nervous. They're like, I'm starting from 0. I haven't been doing any of this. What do I do? Is this going to work for me? And then they get a week into the process. They have like 15 people on their Dream 1000. They already made their first sale. Okay. So the amazing thing about this unbelievable process of the Dream 1000 is it could take you 6 months, 9 months, a year to get your 1,000 in place, but you're going to start making sales every step of the way. And we could show you case study after case study after case study of the clients that come in that they monetize their entire annual investment within 1 week, because this is not a process that needs to be perfect. This is not a process that needs to be done. This is not a list that needs to be complete. This is something that you just get started and you start making sales every step of the way. So part 1 in your daily sales system is your Dream 1000. And what's so exciting about this is I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The internet bubble is about this big. Okay. The online space is about this big. But out there in the real world, the billion-dollar companies that we all know, that we all have stocks in, that we all buy from and spend our money with, they all use a system like this. That's how they became the billion-dollar companies that they are. So when I worked for a multi-billion-dollar company, this is exactly what we did. Okay. So this is a proven strategy. This is not a new concept. This is a timeless concept. It's been around since the beginning of business. It's not even mine. I'm just teaching you how to apply it to the online space. But if you're the only person in your space that's doing this while everyone else is doing endless consultation calls, going around in circles, trying to convince people, trying to poke, prod, beg, cajole, convince people to buy, you're just going to be over here building relationships, creating trust, adding value, and getting people to invest with you every single day. That brings us to part two. Part two is called the miracle hour. It's called the miracle hour. And this is how the miracle hour came about. So when I was working for corporate and I decided that I was ready to start my own business, Billy and I were already together as a couple, and we had decided that one of us was going to be home full time, and we did not want to have to put our daughter in daycare. And I was the breadwinner for our family. And I knew that this was going to be like my goal, my dream, my vision, all of these things. And so I couldn't just walk away from my, multi six-figure executive job when I was ready to start my business. So I built my business to over 7 figures, working less than 3 hours a day in my business. And every day on my lunch break, I would go out to my little blue Jeep Liberty. Does anybody remember Jeep Liberties? I had an ugly blue one. They were not cute. I got that because it was like the cheapest car I could like kind of afford, because I didn't want to go into debt, because I have this like aversion to debt. Okay. It was not cute, but whatever. So I would go out on my lunch break to my ugly blue Jeep Liberty, and I would have this little index card, and I carried this index card around with me literally for years. And I had a lot of anxiety initially about how I was going to be successful building my business with this little amount of time that I had. So what I did was I said, here's what I can do when I have 30 minutes. Here's what I can do when I have 15 minutes. Here's what I can do when I have 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. And I literally broke down the activities that I could do in these little tiny pockets of time. I remember pulling that index card out at traffic lights. Okay. I remember doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And I would look at that index card, and that would remind me every single day that I could make my dreams come true by focusing on revenue generating activities. And that's going to be the difference between you and absolutely everyone else on the internet. When you focus on the miracle hour, it is simple daily activities that are going to bring revenue into your business. And what we've defined is 7 core activities that you're going to do every single morning in your business. And if you trust us, like all of our virtual business school members that are just absolutely killing the game right now, if you trust us and you do the work, you can probably eliminate over 20 hours a week of work that you're doing right now that is not producing revenue, that is not generating results, and replace it with this. And it's up to you if you want to take an hour a day or if you want to take 3 hours a day. If I were a new business owner, I would take 8 hours a day if I could, because I would want to grow as quickly as humanly possible. That's up to you. It's choose your own adventure, go at your own pace. But the miracle hour incorporates activities that are going to put new leads in the top of your funnel, move leads down through the middle of your funnel, and then move leads down to the close every single day. Now, I don't know about you, but if you would love to have a business that makes sales every single day, comment sales every day in the chat right now. Comment sales every day in the chat right now. If you would love to have a business that produces sales every day. And I say that because I want to plant a seed. I'm future casting with you right now. When I started my business, I never said I'm going to have sales every day. I actually accepted the fact initially, I was doing high ticket sales, and I kind of accepted the fact initially that I was going to make sales as much as I could, as often as I could. Then I developed the live launch. Yay for live launch. We love live launch. And I was like, okay, I might get some sales in between launch, but it's going to be launch and I'm going to get this big burst of sales. And then there's not going to be that many sales on a daily basis. And it wasn't until I literally made the decision. I literally was like, no, we're going to make sales every day. I remember actually going to the team and saying like, no, we're going to make sales every day. Like, this is a new era. We're making sales every day. It wasn't until I, as the CEO, made the decision that this was the business model that I was going to implement. And this was the goal, and that I would accept nothing less than that happened. So I want you to write I commit in the chat right now. If you are the CEO of your business, if you are the CEO of your life and you're making the decision on this live stream tonight that you are going to put the system in place to make that happen. Please don't think this is like a woo, like I'm not being funny right now. This did not happen for me until I decided that my business model, the system that I was going to rally myself and rally the team around, demanded and commanded that. And so you have to decide you're going to get off that internet insanity of that crazy hamster wheel that Danielle was talking about earlier and say, you know what? I'm going to get on the off ramp here and I'm going to do something a little different than the average online entrepreneur. And I'm going to let them chase their evergreen. I'm going to let them chase their automations. I'm going to let them chase their funnels. I'm going to let them keep chasing their AI hacks. And I'm going to take this off ramp right on over here. And I'm just going to focus on a simple system for daily sales. And I'm going to do it by building relationships with people. And you know what feels really amazing? I'm writing a book about this right now. I have this love affair with sales. I have loved sales since I was a young person because I was on the free lunch line. And the day that someone ripped open my envelope, there was a volunteer on the lunch line one day and she ripped open my envelope and there was nothing in it. It was the most mortifying, horrible day of my life up until that point. And in that moment, it lit this fire, this insane tenacity inside me that I was going to figure out how to change my life situation. And I was never going to be vulnerable and naked and exposed and hurt in that way ever, ever, ever again. And the one thing that you have control over in your life is building skills that people can never take away from you. And that's how I fell in love with sales, because I was like, wait a second, hold on. You're telling me that I can make all my dreams come true and make millions of dollars by helping other people? Is that what you're telling me right now? Because that's what sales is. You can make millions of dollars by helping other people make their dreams come true. And that is why I believe selling is so sacred. And that is why, to Danielle's point earlier, I really want to invite you into this daily sales system where you focus on service, where you focus on adding value, where you focus on positive and constructive invitations, not manipulation and shortcuts and hacks, and not convincing or pressuring or congealing, but instead really the belief that selling is so sacred. And that if you have a product, a program, or a service that can transform and impact someone's life in a positive way, that selling is sacred because you are activating someone to make their dreams come true. And that is why I've had this lifelong love affair with sales, because I'm like, I cannot believe that we get to, on a free button on our phone, go live, teach and add value for other people and get paid millions of dollars. What? What? Now, imagine if you put your people in a spreadsheet and you actually did what nobody on the interwaves does, which is that you are consistent in just adding value and building relationships with them. Don't you know that people are going to raise their hand and say yes to buying from you every single damn day? And I'm telling you, they are. I'm telling you that if you do the work, it will happen. And there's no easy button and there's no magic to anything that I'm saying, which is why I told you at the beginning of the session today, you can go start doing this for free. You don't need me. If you want me as your guide, if you want Danielle as your guide, that's amazing. And we have so many ways we can help you, but you don't need us. You don't need us. If you have that fire inside you, you can go do this right now. You don't need to like buy into a tool. You can go start building a spreadsheet and start doing the thing. So the second part of the system is the miracle hour. And the miracle hour has 7 core activities. We're not going to go deep with that today. We'll talk about that on some of the sessions coming up, but that's going to include things like posting and DMing and adding new people to your pipeline and making offers and posting invitations. And there's 7 core things, and we teach them really, really in depth. And we give you tools and we give you templates and we give you scripts and we give you ideas and we give you recommendations, and we make it really easy and really simple. Tony, I think you're in DBS, and we have actually a template that we have for you guys in Excel that we can have the team just walk you through. It's already ready for you, Tony.
Google Sheets. It's
Yeah.
in Google Sheets,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's a Google Sheet, and you can just use that.
We also, Tony, you're in VBS, we have a pipeline training that'll teach you how to do it. So super
Yes.
simple.
Yes. So you can get support all across the board on that. So that's the second key piece is Miracle Hour. And if you're willing to dedicate 1 hour a day to profit producing, profit generating activities, you can start seeing results with the system right away. If you're willing to dedicate more than an hour a day, you're going to see bigger results faster. And the more that you eliminate avoidance behavior, which I do not say that lightly, I have lived, breathed, eat, and slept teaching entrepreneurs how to build businesses for over 10 years. And the number one difference between my clients that have had 7 and 8 figure success and the ones who haven't is that the ones who have had 7 and 8 figure success, they don't have avoidance behavior around revenue producing activities. They're like, give it to me. What do you need me to do? It's done. Right? Because they know they have value. They know they have something that they can do for others to help them to achieve their highest potential. And you have to believe in yourself and you have to care so deeply about your mission and your cause and why you're here and what your gift is that you're going to go out and be of service every single day. And a lot of people don't understand that sales is the highest form of service there is, because sales is activating someone to make their dreams come true. Sales is concierging someone through the process of getting what they want. Because information without activation does nothing for anyone. I think we all know that, because if information empowered people to build successful businesses, I'd all be running 9-figure businesses by now, wouldn't we? With all the information available. Information, you putting out content, it's not enough. It's noise. It's noise. There has to be an activation. There has to be an activation event, which we teach you many of them inside Virtual Business School. The third part of your system is a trust building offer. This is the biggest, most important transformation in the online space in 10 years. I cannot overemphasize how important a trust building offer is. It's the only way that you're going to scale in this market. It's the only way. And we've done it all, and we've seen it all, and we've tried it all. There's no contract in Virtual Business School, by the way. So someone asked, there's no contract. Why is there no contract? Because we know it's that good. We know it's that good. Well, we don't need to hold anybody in the Virtual Business School. You're going to get in there and you're going to be like, what? We've had people tell us that we should be charging $50,000 for the Virtual Business School, by the way. There is no contract. A trust building offer is a low price point, high value, perfectly designed offer that meets your market exactly where they are, that is designed for your ideal, highest, best buyer, that gives them a result in 30 days or less, that primes them to buy your mid and high ticket offers. And when you get this right, your business is going to do something that you have never seen your business do before. And the way that we teach this is we teach you to sell your trust building offers every single day. There's zero friction, no sales calls needed. You don't need a big team. You don't need a lot of ads. You don't need a lot of infrastructure. You can scale this thing to the moon. Okay. But what we teach you is when you are focusing your trust building offer, it is designed for your perfect highest price point customer. And so what we teach you is a back-end upsell system that is going to allow you to quickly take someone from spending $500 or $1,000 or, whatever the case on the front end and move them from low to mid to high very, very quickly. And the reason why it's called a trust building offer is because it addresses the number one problem that you have right now that you don't even know that you have, which is that not only do they not trust themselves, but they don't trust you. And they don't trust themselves because they've made a lot of messed up buying decisions that they didn't get a return from. And they don't trust you because it's really hard in the online space now to tell the difference between the fraudsters and the scammers and the people that are legit. So the reason why a trust building offer is so crucial, and it will literally transform your business, it'll transform your life, is that it's bringing in high ticket buyers at a rapid pace. And then it's putting them in an internal upsell process that will move them through your mid and your high ticket offers. But it doesn't take all the infrastructure, the expense, the time, and the money that it would take just to get a single high ticket sale in this market. Most people's business models are dinosaurs. They're trying to work harder. They're trying to do more. They're trying to spend more to try and use the same business model to grow. and it's not working. And it's the reason why people are so frustrated and so overwhelmed and so burnt out right now. This is not a situation where you can just work harder. You cannot outwork this. You have to redesign your business model. I call it flipping the funnel. You have to flip the funnel and redesign your entire business model. And it has to be tight and clean. And it's a circle where they come into your trust builder, they move mid, they move high, or they go trust builder. We've had people jump from our trust builder into our highest ticket mastermind. Okay. That's how you know you have the right trust builder. Okay. So it's a circle where you are driving lifetime value of the customer, eliminates all friction. You no longer need a big team to do sales calls. How many people here are like, if I have to sit on one more sales call where I hear the stories and the excuses, or I hear the false promises about I'm going to join, or I have to hear about their brothers, aunts, daughters, sisters, this or that or the other, why they really, really, really want to get started, but they can't yet, right? Is there anything here? Is there? Stop. I have to think about it. I have to pay for a new roof. This is what I'm talking about. Like, who has the energy for this? I know not me. I want to work with the winners. I want to work with the people that are like, they see VBS and they're like, holy, yes, I'm in. Let's go. Let's get this done. Let's make it happen. And then we build trust. We help them get a quick win. You want to focus on a 30-day win, and then you move on from there. So that's your 3-part system. We're going to talk in detail this week about all 3 parts, but I got to stop and I have to drop and I have to invite you to the virtual business school right now, because this is the most amazing thing we've ever created. This is the thing. Okay, I have 6 companies. I've been in business for myself since 2012. We've done a lot of things. We've had a lot of success. We've helped hundreds of people build 6 to 8 figure businesses. This is, bar none, the best product I have ever created by light years. And the reason why I say it is the best product I've ever created is that the price is this much and the results people are getting is this much. And we don't care, because when people come in and they're blown away by the product, they want to be our customers for life. So I don't care that you only spend a few $100s to come inside virtual business school. And I'm used to selling $30,000 products, because guess what? When you get blown away, like freaking blown away by your experience in virtual business school, you're going to want to work with me for the rest of your life. That's way more valuable to me. You will, at your own pace, decide when you're ready to make that leap to mid, when you're ready to make that leap to high. I hope to see you in my Legacy Leaders Mastermind when you have a multiple 7-figure business. Okay. So Danielle, let's tell them a little bit about the virtual business school. And we have some crazy bonuses that we are announcing tonight. And I just want to tap in for a second. Do we have any virtual business school members that are live here tonight? Because I know our annual members love to hear the bonuses, because one of the best parts about the virtual business school is once you're an annual member, every single time we release new bonuses, you get all of them. So if you're a virtual business school member, congratulations, because you're getting everything that we're about to share. And if you're not a member yet, you need to get in here. If you're a monthly member, you're going to want to go ahead and upgrade. Okay, Danielle, I'm turning it over to you. Let's tell them what's included in the virtual business school and how we're helping people to get these absolutely bonkers results.
Yeah. And just a quick reminder for those of you at the very end of this, I have a free PDF that the team will drop at the end of our session. It's actually a guide on setting up your sales pipeline. It'll help get you ready for our sessions later in the week. So you do not want to miss that, because it's only available if you are live and you hang with us till the end, but we will give you that resource shortly. So stick around. But I did want to walk through just the regular deliverables that everyone gets, whether you are a monthly or a yearly member. And again, really quick, it's $59 a month. There is no contract. So the risk is almost non-existent. As we were here, literally before I came up here, just spent $46 on dinner that will be gone in about 4 minutes. This skills you will have for your lifetime. But inside the virtual business school, there are 4 core components. Our goal is not that you would get lost in a vault of irrelevant trainings. Our goal is that you would literally be able to get exactly what you need for what's working right now and be able to implement it immediately. We want to remove every ounce of friction. Listen, it's hard out here in these streets. We want to take away every ounce of friction there could possibly be for you to actually do the sales thing. So every month, every member gets a deep dive sales training from Kelly or another 7 to 9 figure entrepreneur. And sometimes there's just a specialty topic we want to bring somebody in on, but you get a training from her every single month. You get that the first Wednesday of the month. We actually just dropped it today. So that training she mentioned earlier just came out today. You also get a live marketing masterclass with me. And if you know anything about online marketing, you know that as soon as you master something, it is changing. And I have the benefit of not only seeing all of our clients, all of our companies and what's working for us across the board, but all of our clients. I run our marketing agency. So I see inside a lot of marketing strategies and accounts and can tell you this does work, this doesn't work. And listen, it changes all the time. So even stuff we did 4 months ago, it's new again. I have to do a new LinkedIn algorithm training every like 4 months because it changes all the time. So you get a live marketing masterclass every month. And this is not fluff. And this is not, we're not selling you anything. We are literally breaking down step by step everything you need to know to go implement. There is zero fluff. We do not want to waste your time. It is actionable immediately. But just in case you have questions, every month, our team, we don't do automation and AI for customer service. We have humans. We like humans. We're all about the humans. So we have real people who are actually invested in your growth. They are full-time employees. They are here for you. They are going to host a live Q&A session every single month where you can come and ask your questions. And the cool thing about these humans is that they are actually doing these things. So they're not talking about theory. They're not some contractor we found on the street. These are people who are like in our business. They're doing the things we're teaching. So they are the best people to answer your questions because they're in it and doing it. Then lastly, we have an implementation session every month. And I feel like this is like the secret weapon. All the stuff we teach you with your trust building offer, Miracle Hour, Dream 1000, that's like the core. That's like the heart. The implementation sessions are where you actually take action. We're going to, again, remove a little friction for you. You have a little of that procrastination in you. You like to put off the sales things. Cool. We've all been there. I've been there. Listen, we are going to hold you accountable by being live with you. We're going to be there on the Zoom. We're going to give you templates. We're going to be like, send this out, do this thing, take this action. So you have a group, a community to do it with. You've got our team there to support you, and you've got a specific template to use as you are doing that. So it's insane how quickly people get results. It's not because people aren't buying. The people are buying. When you have the right strategy and the right tool and you actually do the thing, people are waiting. There are people right now, today, they are sitting there suffering from the problem you can solve. They are suffering right now from the problem you can solve. Every day I talk to another entrepreneur who can't make enough sales, from people who are new and starting out and they're trying to get their first 10K months to people running $4 million companies who now have big expenses and they have to keep up with their big expenses. A to Z, they're all saying sales are slow. It's hard. Guess what? We have a solution. Like if I don't show up, if we don't do this live session, if we don't hang out here with you guys tonight and tell you about this, guess what? More people go to bed worried about how they're going to pay their payroll or pay their paycheck. So for me, showing up and doing the sales things means I'm solving somebody's actual problem. And tonight, right now, somebody's waiting for you to get the courage up, send the DM, post the post, send the email, take the action, even if it's awkward, even if it's weird, it's totally fine because they want the solution you have. So those four are the core things that everybody gets every month. You get the live the live marketing masterclass, the deep dive sales training, the monthly Q&A session, and the monthly implementation session. Those happen every month. Why do we not just have a bunch of passive stuff in a portal? Because that's not helpful to you. You need to know what works today. And unfortunately, stuff's changing faster than it ever has. So we're over here hustling to make sure everything we do is like tested and tried and actually is going to get you the result. And then we're going to tell you, like, as soon as we figure it out, we're like, okay, this is what works. So please know that like right now, Things are moving really quickly. The things that worked like 4 years ago or 4 months ago could be completely irrelevant. And so this is meant to be in the moment, like what you need to be successful in today's market, which is why we don't have a portal of 8 trillion different trainings where you're going to get lost and go procrastinate. Because let's be honest, many of you do that. That's what you use for your procrastination. You're learning how to do the thing instead of doing the thing. So we are here to say, hey, we're going to give you exactly what you need. Everyone who registers for Virtual Business School, whether you do monthly or annually, gets these 4 things every month. They are always going to be in the same order. You're going to get your sales training, you're going to get your Q&A session, you're going to get your marketing masterclass, you're going to get your implementation session. Everybody also gets our core system. So everything Kelly just talked about, the Dream 1000, the Miracle Hour, and the Trust Building Offer, we have deep dive trainings in the market, in the membership, for you to be able to learn the system and start implementing the system. So everyone who joins, even if you join for 1 month, you're getting our complete system. This is the system we use in every one of our companies. It's the system we teach every one of our higher level coaching clients. This is the system that will help you thrive through no matter what is happening in the world. That is not you cannot control any of that. How people are feeling about what you sell and buy, you have no control over. What you do every day, you have 100% control over, and we're going to give you what you do every day. So you just have to implement it. That's all you have to do. But you're going to get that core training. You also get access to our member portal, and every month we have new templates that we give you based on whatever it is that we are teaching. And so you're getting new resources every month that are relevant to whatever the topic was that month. But because we love to be a little extra in VBS, I don't know why, we just decided VBS is where we were going to be extra. We're going to be a little extra. So we have some crazy bonuses. If you want to switch to the next slide, I think it's the next slide. This is for everyone. If you decide to join us, whether it's $59 a month or $639 for the year, you're going to get our sales system bootcamp. And Virtual Business School members, you're going to be obsessed with this, because this is going to be us walking you through live kind of all the things that are keeping you stuck in implementation. We're going to do live Dream 1000 implementation sessions, like sitting down, like actually getting the pipeline out, actually like looking at who's where, fixing it to make sure it makes sense, looking at your weekly cadence. Like we're going to actually work with you live on that. We're going to host Miracle Hour co-working sessions. We do this for our company, but we are actually going to do the co-working with you. You know why this is so valuable? This right here, this Miracle Hour co-working session is worth more than the full year, because you'll get to ask the team live. You'll get to ask the team live what to say in the messages.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not just that. I mean, Laura literally just posted in the chat. You all can scroll up and see it there. She literally said, I just made a $5,000 sale from one template by getting on the co-working session with the team. That's 10 times an annual membership. Okay. So you guys, like, this is bonkers insane. Like, the value of this, people would spend tens of thousands of dollars for high ticket coaching. You won't get anything like this. You will not get the team literally sitting live with you. We do Miracle Hour live as a team, as an organization, every single day. We are literally like bringing you in on our system, on what we are doing privately. And we're having our team members walk you through what we are doing in our organization, that we are growing and growing and growing because of this. And we're giving it to you. And we're not just saying, here's a training, go figure it out. We're saying, come along with us. And congratulations to all of our early adopters, because everyone in Virtual Business School, you all get this. It's all included. Yay, whether you are monthly or annual. Congratulations to all of our current Virtual Business School members. And if you know that you're joining us here live tonight, let us know in the chat, because we want to celebrate you. The link is there. Jaden just posted it. And yeah, so Yvette and a few others were asking, like, if you're in a niche business, do you ever include a one-on-one? So we specialize in service-based businesses. So almost everyone in the program has some form of one-on-one in their portfolio of services. The beautiful thing about Virtual Business School is this is choose your own adventure. And this is really, really important because over the last 5 years, a lot of people built businesses that were like a replica of their coach's business or a replica of their mentor's business, and they absolutely hate it. We want you to design your business in a way that you love and that you're going to be so excited to build, run, and grow. And so, absolutely. And those nuances are things that you can ask in the Go High Level private feed. You have direct access to ask questions privately there. You also have access to ask questions, like Danielle said, on the Q&As, on the co-working sessions, and in the Facebook group. So there's 4 different access points where you can bring those nuances in. Yeah, absolutely. If you have a niche business or you have a nuance to what you're doing, I don't want you to be like nervous or scared. We have people across probably 30 or 40 different industries and business types already in the virtual business school that are thriving. Okay, turn it back over to you, Danielle.
We have everything from people like doing mortgages to functional medical practitioners to coaches, consultants with wide audiences and ultra niche audiences.
Yeah.
And Kelly and I have coached people in I couldn't even tell you how many industries over the last several
Yeah.
years. Nicole, who's in there, she's been in all of the coaching from the beginning. So she's worked with people in so many different industries. And if you still feel like you need more, the really cool thing is that virtual business school members get the option to add on a one-time coaching session. You can do that at any time. And it is a discounted rate for you if you're in the virtual business school versus somebody who just comes from outside. So you can get, if you want like some laser coaching, you can add that on. It's a one-time fee and it's a discounted rate for virtual business school members. So, all right, the next thing that we're going to give you, and this is only if you pay in full for the year, and I will tell you, I do all our marketing stuff and I run our marketing agency, and I don't really love social media, if I'm being honest. It's like, it's a thing I'm so thankful for because obviously we make millions of dollars on social media, but I don't love it, love it. So I'm very much like, how do we use it to do business, to do it intelligently so we don't act like fools, and to actually get a result? And so one of the things that we've done over the last few years is really learn how to master LinkedIn. And so you're going to get a bonus bundle. This is a bunch of trainings. So you're going to get our Sales Navigator training, our LinkedIn algorithm training, and this is a new one. I just did this probably a month ago. You're going to get our training on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, and you're going to get our training on how to align your sales DM strategy on LinkedIn. There's also a 4-week course that I did on basically A to Z from profile to DM conversation that people paid $500 for. I delivered it live. It has prompts. It has literally like everything you need from profile to sale. And it was a 4-week class that I delivered to people who paid $500 for it. You are getting it totally free if you join for the year. That is something, so for $639, you're getting all the year of virtual business school, the sales boot camp, and something that people purchased for $500. So just, this is really valuable, y'all. Okay, the second thing you get is our sales template bundle. And this was created, Kelly, I think it's on the next slide, what's included in this. But this sales template bundle has, this is specific templates completely designed for sales. This is not to be cute. It's not to grow your following. This is designed to generate sales. Some of these are the things that clients have used to actually get a result in a day or two. They literally come in, grab a post template, make $11,000. And I think Jen, yep, there she is. She posted and got a $3,000 client from one of these templates. So you literally get access to this immediately when you join. These are different. If you signed up for the VIP option here, this is different. You're going to get different templates. So you'll get double the template joy. Like, oh, amazing. You will have sales templates for days. But this includes 3 DM scripts. We teach you something called welcome messages. Again, that's all explained in our trainings on the Miracle Hour and Dream 1000. That's all in there. You'll understand what that means when you go through those trainings. You get 2 invite templates if you're doing launches or master classes. You get 2 templates that are just, if you book calls, if you're someone who does sales calls. We have a lot of members of Virtual Business School who have higher ticket services that have to do a sales call, and they will use these templates for that. We give you a full document of how to do a call to action on a social media post, a bunch of different ways to do that. You get 5 sales captions. You get 1 sales email. You get 1 launch invite email and 1 welcome series email. And I'm going to tell you the secret. There's a few extra bonuses in there. So all
There's
of
a
the
lot of extra bonuses in there.
yes. So this alone is worth $500. I in my before this was a conversion copywriter. So this is designed for a very specific type of exchange when you're sending it. It's designed for conversion. You're getting access. This is why people come in, grab a template, and get results. So those 2 things, the LinkedIn bundle and the templates, are worth $1,000. The sales bootcamp you literally can't even buy. Like the other 2 things you could buy separate. You could buy them each for $500 if you'd like. We'll sell them to you for that, but I think you should just join VBS. The sales bootcamp, you literally can't even buy that. It's not something available to anyone else. So we can't even put a price on it because you can't get it anywhere. So those things alone are pretty awesome. But if you pay in full, you get all of the bonuses for the next year. So everything that we offer as a bonus for the next year while you're a member, you get those bonuses, which there's some of y'all who've been sticking around for a long time. You are like thousands of dollars deep in bonuses because you've been here for so long. But listen, if you're like, Danielle, you talked about a trust recession, and I don't know yet how I feel about this. We are so confident that you will come in and love the virtual business school. Join us for $59. $59. It is like a no-brainer. And here's the thing. I know the people here who are like, but I'm too busy. I've joined another program. I need to do this. Listen to me. For $59, give it a try. If you just go through our Dream 1000 training, our Miracle Hour training, and our trust building training tonight, you could do it all tonight if you want to. If you just go through this, you literally will get what would you have to sell to make back $59? Most of you have to sell a third of an offer. Like legit, you wouldn't even have to make 1 sale to get back that money. This risk is almost non-existent because we don't want you wasting time and money on things that we know don't work. If I hear one more person tell me about this magical funnel that has 37 steps and upsells in it that's going to make them millions while they spend millions on ads to run the funnel, I can't handle it anymore. This works. It works for us. And that's cool, but I don't love it when coaches just share things that work for them. So working for us is not even what's important. What matters is that it works for hundreds of our clients, not a few, not some. It's not like the 1%. It is the people who come in, and we have people who come in new and they get results, and we have people running 7-figure businesses who come in and we get results from the whole range. The whole range. Here's why. Because this isn't some flash in the pan random strategy. We're teaching you timeless principles that literally every single corporation was built on, but we're teaching you how to use them in today's world, in today's online world. We're marrying those 2 things together. And listen to me, y'all. You're going to leave here. You're going to get on social media. You're going to start scrolling. And what you're going to see is everyone telling you to automate this and do this AI thing and make everything less personal so you can go sit on the beach and drink margaritas while you're making money. Here's the truth. It's all a lie. And we know some of those people. And we know that their businesses are on the struggle bus a little bit. So here's what we will never do to you. We will not lie to you. Implementing this system takes work. Like, we are not going to lie. But the good news is the work pays off. How many of you are working so hard right now? Like, let me know. Are you working hard? I bet you're working hard. Wouldn't it be nice if your hard work actually brought a return? Like, if you actually made sales from all the hard work, like you woke up every day and you were like, okay, I know the people I'm going to make offers to. I know who's ready to buy. I'm actually going to collect some money today. I'm going to actually change some lives today because the work I'm doing is going to pay off. Here's the thing. Everybody's working. Let's make the work meaningful and let's actually use a strategy that is not dependent on an algorithm that I promise will change. Let's not depend on a strategy. Even ads. Listen, we love ads. We run ads all the time. Some of you came here from an ad. We love ads. If you want to run ads, run ads. But that's an algorithm. Those things change. I could run an ad today and run the same ad tomorrow and get totally different results. We control none of that. The Dream 1000 trust building offer, Miracle Hour, you need a spreadsheet. You need your phone. You don't need fancy tech. You don't need a fancy funnel. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on ads. You don't need to dance around like a fool. You literally need to have something that actually helps people and have a little bit of discipline to implement it, and then have the conviction to show up and talk about it every day. You got to have the discipline to implement. And guess what? It compounds over time. You start to make sales consistently, and all of a sudden you're on our next launch, like all of these people in VBS, and you're like, OMG, this was the best decision I ever made. Why? Because you bet on yourself. And it's not even that big of a bet, y'all, that you are worth a bigger bet than $59. You bet on yourself. You did the work, because there's no getting around that. You did the work and you got the result. And you're one of those people who's like, I launched my trust building offer and got 300 people in, or 2,000 people in, or I used one template and made a $3,000 sale, or a $5,000 sale, or Megan just said she got 40 new clients in. Y'all, it's a no-brainer, because the results, again, I always caution, if the only results a coach has are their own, unimpressive. That is unimpressive. We have hundreds of people. We have hundreds of people who can say, I used a template and it worked. I did the Dream 1000 and it worked. I implemented a Miracle Hour and it worked. I launched my trust building offer and it worked. Across industries, from new business owners to established business owners and everything in between, we're here for you to win. We are tired of people buying into things that we know don't get results, and we want to give you the system. There are no secrets. We are keeping nothing from our VBS members, literally nothing. We give them every step. So if you are someone who's like, yes, I believe in what I do. I believe I have an offer that is incredibly valuable, makes an impact. I am willing to show up and do the work. I am willing to learn how to sell. Then let's go. Kelly.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's so many people in the chat that are just sharing their unbelievable success stories. You can just scroll through the chat alone and see people telling you just their amazing, unbelievable stories. And what I'll say is, listen, the vast majority of people out there that are selling you products in the world of business right now, they are selling you outdated strategies that don't work anymore because they haven't figured this out for themselves. You can send them to one of our trainings if you want and help them get up to speed. But I would recommend that you don't buy their products right now, because if you are buying products still and you are investing in working with mentors that are teaching you the same strategy, if I see one more person recommending that all you need to do is raise your prices in order to win in this market, that is the most dangerous advice you could possibly take in this market. And I see it over and over again. So we had people asking, what kind of services can you use this for? You can use this to fill events. You can use this to sell one-on-one. You can use this to sell one-to-many. You can use this for services, for coaching, for products. You can use this to fill a mastermind. You can use this to fill a VIP day. Whatever your product is, the thing that you have to remember is that what Virtual Business School is designed to do is to give you a simple daily sales system. It is agnostic. What that means is it is taking basic principles of sales success and it is translating it into simple daily actions that you can take to produce revenue in your business. It's not specific to a niche, an industry, a price, or a product type. These are timeless sales strategies that any business owner at any level and their teams can implement. And this is the thing I'll say to you. If you are spending any amount of money on staff for sales or marketing, it is a non-negotiable to have them in something like Virtual Business School. And when I say something, I mean Virtual Business School, because there is nothing like Virtual Business School. It's why we had to create it, because we had nowhere to refer people, by the by. I actually wasn't looking to start a sixth company. I wasn't like sitting around like, hey, I can't figure out what to do this week. I'm so bored. Let me go start another company. I started the Virtual Business School because there was no solution. There was no place for me to send my people that I could put my name behind with confidence and know with absolute certainty that they were going to get real world results with real time implementation that actually produce real revenue. So I created it. And that's why we're here. So you can win. I want you to know in your heart of hearts and believe and trust that there are billions of people in the world. There are more people that want, need, and can afford your product and service than you could ever possibly service. But you have to flip the funnel. You have to get a daily sales system. You need a relationship management strategy. You need simple things that build trust on a daily basis. 64% of people have now said they are buying only from companies where they feel they have a relationship. That number is just going to keep rising as AI grows, as automation grows, as layoffs continue, as people keep getting worse service. That number 64 is going to get to 84. And people are going to say, I'm not going to be put in a automated sequence. I'm not talking to a chat bot. Like, no, I'm not doing it. And so now is your opportunity to really focus on capitalizing on building your $100 million Rolodex with your Dream 1000. And as I mentioned already, most people start from zero. Most people have not been doing any relationship management in their business, and that's absolutely fine because we started from zero too. Okay, exactly. Lucia just said, I hung out on a AI caller, every day, right? All of us were so frustrated. So imagine if you're the only person in someone's inbox that's adding value. Someone wrote me back the other day and said, I'm in tears. I can't believe I just got a voice memo from you. And I was like, oh, it's nice. I'm a human. I like to talk to other people. That's kind of what we do here, but people are so shocked that they have a real person that actually wants to serve them and get to know them and make a difference for them. And I think it's important to remember that that's what business is all about. It's about serving, it's about contribution, and you can achieve financial freedom as a byproduct of being of service to others. And that's why I am obsessed with what you're doing in virtual business school, because you get to be authentic and true, and you get to focus on contribution, being of service, adding value, making a difference in the world. And the byproduct of that good behavior is financial freedom. And there's no easy button. There's no shortcut. This is just good old fashioned hard work. But I think to Danielle's point anyway, you're working harder than you need to be anyway. You're working harder than you need to be anyway. Why not redirect that hard work into something that is going to produce revenue on a daily basis? And then you're going to be like cutting out all these other things that you don't need to do anymore and that you don't need to waste time and energy and mental load on because they just don't produce the results. So this is all about simplicity. This is all about us providing a product at a really low price so you don't have to go into debt. You don't have to put money on the credit card. You don't have to take out loans. You don't have to mortgage your house. This is literally something that for the cost of an Uber Eats meal, you can transform your business and change your life. There's no excuse. There's no reason not to do it. It is literally like, are you at a place in your business where you believe in the depth of your heart and soul that you have a meaningful product, program, or service that can impact people in a positive way? And if the answer to that is yes, Virtual Business School is your solution. We're taking the thinking work out of it, and we are providing you on a week-by-week basis. We make it as simple as humanly possible. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. It's so simple. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. So something happens every week on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m., you're moving your business forward with us. And we can't wait to serve you, support you, and to be your guide in making that happen. Danielle?
Yeah, and if you can't make it live one week, then it's Eastern time zone. And if you can't make it live, you just watch the recording because it's totally something that, again, it's all designed to be specific, actionable, and something to be implemented right away. So here's the deal. Some of you have been here with us for an hour and 19 minutes. And I just want to encourage you to like try it out. Like we feel confident that you'll stay, but you don't have to. Like
Yeah,
you can
you
come
don't
in,
have to.
learn our full system. You can learn our full system. These are not partial trainings. These are not trainings with a pitch. These are literally the A to Z Dream 1000.
Yeah.
The A to Z, yes, Yvette. The A to Z Miracle Hour. This is the A to Z trust building offer. Literally, we're giving it all to you. We're holding nothing back. And if you don't love it, you can just get out of it. So there is literally no risk. We know that you won't because you'll see people all up in here. Like, please, if you're here live with us, like, please scroll through. We do not ask VBS members to come to this. In fact, sometimes I exclude them from the invite list, but they are just always here because they know that there's always going to be value on these trainings. I do have a free resource for you right now. And they're like our hype crew. So I'm so thankful for them. We don't even ask them to come, but like we appreciate y'all showing up. So scroll back through these. I mean, people sharing their results. And let me be very, very clear. These are people with all different business models and types. There are people at all different stages of business. And they're all offering very different things. There's no niche, market too niche or thing too, like, no, these are all people who are like, all over the board when it comes to what they do, and they are literally crushing it. And it's so what I love, I know it's like great, VBS is great if you're new. If you are new, let me just save you so much time and money. Don't learn all the other stuff, just come in. But what I love is when the really experienced business owners come in and they're like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing. This makes so much sense. I completely get it. We had seven-figure business owner come in. She actually is a physical practice. She was opening her second physical practice. There's nothing online. She's using VBS and her Dream 1000 system to get referral partners. She's in mental health. She's using it to get referral partners. She's already halfway filled that. Like, there is really not, when Kelly says this is a kind of a platform agnostic, there's no one way to use this. When you understand this system, you can use it in every single part of your business. This is what built our nearly seven-figure agency. Like, this is it. We did not run ads. We did not launch. We did none of those things. It was literally this process. And so wherever you are, I want to encourage you to at least give this a try. Give us 30 days. Give us 30 days. Get in there, go through 3 trainings. All you have to do, 3 trainings, Dream 1000, Miracle Hour, and the Trust Building Offer. I want you to go through all 3 of those. And I want you to do some work for 30 days. I want you to grab those templates if you do the pay in full, because if you show up and do the work, I am so certain you'll see results. Kelly,
Yeah.
did you want to share something
I
else?
mean, it's just so exciting. I'm so happy, for me, like for 7 years, we taught the live launch and we got to have that front row seat every single day to watching people just explode their businesses overnight with the live launch and scale to 7 and 8 figures. And it was just so exciting. And then, everything changed and people were like, what do we do? Our launches aren't working anymore. I'm doing all this work and I'm not getting the results. And, we had to do so much testing. We spent so much time and so much money recalibrating for ourselves so that we could come send the elevator back down and help the rest of the online space really recalibrate for this new era. And live launching still works, my friends. We're in a live launch right now. You see people are buying while we're here live. Live launching is alive and well. But guess what? The rules of the game have changed. Everything has changed. And the Miracle Hour and the Dream 1000 is going to be the fuel to your fire. It is your competitive edge. It is the thing that's going to make your launches pop again. And so if you want to be a person that sells one to many on masterclasses or live launches, this is your secret weapon. This is the thing that is underneath of your live launch that is going to propel you to heights that you never believed possible. And I say that not as a platitude. We were converting between 1% and 2% in our launches, and now we're converting over 10%. That did not happen by chance. That happened because we focused on the Miracle Hour, the Dream 1000, building relationships, doing all the things that we're teaching you to do. So the Dream 1000, the Miracle Hour, and the Trust Building Offer, they affect everything.
Yes.
That this is the foundation on which everything in your business is going to live going forward. So whether you're already running an 8-figure company and you used to do $2 million launches and you're like, ooh, what's happening? This isn't working anymore. And you need a new sales system. This is it. Your early stage, please don't go drop $30,000 to learn how to get your business growing. You don't need to. And
Or 3. Yep.
the number of people that have put themselves in $100,000, $200,000 of debt to figure out how to grow their business, you don't need to do that. And we wanted to disrupt the space. We intentionally disrupted the space, and we came from high ticket, and I love high ticket. I've sold high ticket for 10 years, but there's a time and a
You guys
place.
have no idea the miracle this virtual business school is
You
with
have no
Kelly.
idea. You have no idea. And so there is a time and a place for that. But right now, you have to get the foundation working. And it doesn't matter if you've been in business for 15 years. It doesn't matter if you've been in business for 12 years, 10 years, whatever the case. You haven't had to do this. So no shame in that game. This was not something that you had to do before. So it's not shocking, and it shouldn't surprise anyone that you're like, oh, yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Well, you're not doing any of that because you didn't have to do any of that. So it's nothing to feel shame or guilt or be upset or embarrassed about. It's just like, oh, okay. The rules of the game have changed. Let me align my system, let me align my strategy and get the right things in place so that I can win now. But I will say this as a final thing tonight, and we're going to be back here with y'all tomorrow night. So if you want to deep dive, okay. So we have people joining VBS, we have people joining the Charlotte event next week. If you're in and around the Charlotte area, you can come hang with Danielle and I in person next week, and Jaden. So, but here's the deal, right? This live boot camp that we're doing, and again, congrats to everybody that's already in virtual business school because you're all getting this for free. This is going to be worth well over $2,500. This is a live boot camp that we are delivering. It's going to have live Dream 1000 implementation sessions. It's going to have live Miracle Hour co-working sessions. It's going to have coaching sessions to give you feedback on your messaging. We're going to help you with your trust building offer. This is worth $2,500 alone just for the boot camp. And we are accepting 0 people that are not in virtual business school. Because if you're not going to learn the foundations, if you're not going to invest in learning Miracle Hour and Dream 1000's trust building offer, then like we really can't help you. And by the end of this year, it will be a requirement to be in virtual business school to work with us in any capacity in any of our other companies. Why? Because we really can't help you if you're not willing to put the foundations in place that are essential in this market. We consider these non-negotiables for all businesses in this market. And so it's the fastest, simplest, easiest way to get your business profiting and growing in the market of today. And to me, I consider it like the essential foundation of success. So if you like this conversation, if you want to see your business making sales on a daily basis, if you believe you were made for more, if you know that you're not here to stop at 7 figures, you can build something incredible. You just need the right systems to support it. Then I want to make sure that you take that step to get into action. Because one of the things about people that build multiple 7 and 8 figure businesses, they know when they see something in front of them that is a clear path to get the outcome that they want, they take action and they get started. I would rather you get into virtual business school tonight and spend tomorrow going through Dream 1000, Miracle Hour, and Trust Builder and start selling your trust building offer tomorrow afternoon than sitting around and listening to these free trainings that are giving you pieces of those things anyway. So if you're sitting here tonight and you're like, yes, I want to make daily sales. No, I'm not currently making daily sales. I feel like I'm working really, really hard and not getting results to show for it. And you would like to replace working really, really hard and not getting results to show for it with working really, really hard and getting incredible results to show for it, then virtual business school is the right place. It's the right time. You're in the right place. This is your moment. This is your invitation. And we're all going to thrive together. We are all in on the virtual business school. We want to make this the most powerful engine in the world for cranking out 7, 8, and 9 figure entrepreneurs in the online space. And you get to be on the ground floor of that. So join us tonight. You get the boot camp. It's worth well over $2,500 for your business. You get instant access to all of those foundational trainings that we talked about. You get the brand new training that I just released today on how to take back your time and multiply your business by understanding the time management, the millionaire time management system that I use in my business. And we can't wait to see you on the live session on Wednesday. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for another session where we're going to dive deep into some of these concepts and really help you understand the implementation. Look forward to seeing you inside the school. If you have questions, reach out to us in the Facebook group, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, everyone.